25 years after a Cattaraugus County mother was raped and murdered, Penny Brown's family feeling the same horror and frustration tonight after her killer violated his parole.
Edward Kindt was 15 years old in 1999 when he killed Penny Brown on a jogging trail in Salamanca. He was sentenced to 9 years to life in prison. After being denied parole several times, he was released in March of last year.
But he is now back in custody, accused of violating a key piece of his parole. And I spoke with Brown's daughter today, along with a state lawmaker, who say this case highlights serious flaws in the New York State justice system.
I was 13 years old. My mother went missing on Mother's Day of 1999. She went out for a jog and did not come home.
It was the last Mother's Day Caitlin Brown would ever spend with her mom. The most important woman in the world to her, Penny Brown, ripped away that day in Salamanca by Edward Kindt.
She was raped and strangled with a dog leash and left in a ditch not far from my house. She was murdered by a 15-year-old who turned 16 days later.
Kindt, who is now 41, served 23 and a half years in prison. But in March of last year, the state parole board voted 2-1 to release him from the Elmira Correctional Facility. He had been denied parole numerous times before that. State Senator George Barillo says he should have never been released.
He was not a model prisoner. He was caught several times with contraband, weapons, exposing himself to female employees in the prison.
And since his release, Barillo says Kindt has violated the conditions of his parole twice. The most recent time, just last week, Kindt escaped supervised transitional housing in Dutchess County, which is 2 hours north of New York City.
6 days ago, the Parole Commission lost track of Edward Kindt. They did not inform local law enforcement.
Police took him back into custody around 2 a.m. Wednesday morning in Salamanca. The Seneca Nation formally banned Kindt from all Seneca territories for a year.
He missed a therapy appointment and was found drugged up in his halfway house.
He never should have been released. We have been so utterly, disgustingly failed by the New York State system. I think people would be shocked to know what this has been like if they were suddenly put in that position and it was that their sister, their mother, their daughter, their child. You do not want to be on that end of it.
And I want to thank Caitlin for talking with me today. I know that they are going through a lot. They've been through a lot over the decades. And there's a lot to unpack here with what just happened. Senator Barillo has sent a letter to Governor Kathy Hochul calling on her to clean house at the parole board, blaming bail reform for creating what he calls a public safety crisis in New York State. I did reach out to her office. They referred me to the Department of Corrections, and a spokesperson for the Department of Corrections saying officials used data from Kindt's GPS device to determine his last known location. He is now in the Dutchess County Jail awaiting the outcome of the parole violation process. We will keep you updated on that.